e tabua e o si sambe mo rekan roka adoro mo kan tabua anto tele taka na waronga na Bula FM namba 2 na sir
Bula na go ilimo do tele taka na FM na go sa sector to na Bula FM
Bula o tsempo ni valu ngone ni kandabu me mo kisa o ba chiku na sinu ando tele taka bali na waronga na Bula FM namba 2 na sir
o lori mai na ga gini suka lambasa to do tele taka na Bula FM namba 2 na sir
Bula FM namba 2 na sir.
Good evening, this is FBC News. I'm Jackie Spade. In this bulletin, 100% pass recorded for Year 13 certificate examination. Speaker Dr. Chico Luveni says she did not direct committee to deliberate on torture claims. And all registered boats to have safety briefings before departure. All 7,057 students who sat for the Year 13 certificate examination have passed the exam. The results were released by the Ministry of Education last night and has recorded an overall positive result when compared to last year. Ellen Stolz reports.
The results are out and the Ministry of Education seems to be happy. Education Minister Dr. Mahendra Reddy says the positive result is the outcome of reforms implemented by the ministry.
Earlier this year, we had expressed our concern about the performance of our students in years 12 and 13 and the need to raise the bar of academic excellence. To do so, we undertook a number of reforms. We are on the right track in terms of improving the performance of our students.
The reforms include the reintroduction of external examinations and the eliminating of the scaling system. Dr. Reddy says there is a need to implement serious measures to ensure the students are truly learning.
We will raise the pass rate, but we will raise it not by scaling. We will not give or dish out arbitrary marks. We will get students to work hard and achieve it. Our teachers will work hard. We are developing and will be developing more resource materials. So we don't believe in dishing out marks to students who don't deserve it.
Along with the increase of individual subject marks, there was also an increase in the mean subject marks. The Education Ministry says the remarkable achievement demonstrates the dedication and commitment by stakeholders, teachers, students and parents. Dr. Reddy says these marks are just the beginning for better results next year and being one step closer to an educated, knowledge-based society and a secure Fiji. Ellen Stolz, FBC News.
Speaker of Parliament Dr. Chico Luveni says she did not issue any directive for the Parliamentary Standing Committee on Foreign Affairs and Defence to convene and deliberate on allegations of torture. Dr. Luveni says the committee chair, Colonel Nethani Rika, should not have held a meeting in the first place. Maggie Boyle with the story.
Speaker of the House of Representatives Dr. Chico Luveni today cleared the air on what led to the Parliamentary Standing Committee convening its meetings. Dr. Luveni says her only contribution was to question what the committee chair would do, having received a letter from fellow committee member and opposition MP Tupondro Ndalo.
The only note that I put on my copy was to SG, just to find out exactly what the Honourable Nathan Rika is going to do about it. That is all the directive from me to the Secretary General. There was no directive for the Honourable Nathan Rika to call a committee meeting. No, I don't have the authority to do that.
The committee meeting was suspended midday yesterday after the Attorney General ISA Hume called the committee chair, Colonel Nethani Rika, to advise him that their session was illegal.
If you look at many countries in the world, the standing committees do not have the power to go off and start investigations of a subject matter that really can be effectively dealt with by the respective agency.
Dr. Luveni also clarifies that any matters before the committee must first go through the House of Representatives.
The committee will only sit on issue on the directive of Parliament. When the issue is tabled in Parliament, either through a motion or through a petition, and only then will it be referred to the committee.
Secretary-General to Parliament Viniana Namosi-Malua told FBC News that discussions were held today with the committee chairman, Colonel Rika, on how the committee should proceed further. Maggie Boyle, FBC News.
Attorney General Ayaz Said Qayyum has stressed that any complaints of any violence or torture must be lodged with police first before it is referred to any other institution. He is responding to allegations of torture which have been made by Lautoka lawyer Aman Ravindra Singh. Maggie Boyle again with the details.
Lawyer Aman Ravindra Singh has made overseas headlines with allegations of torture and threats against him and his staff. The Lautoka-based lawyer was yesterday called to make a submission before the Parliamentary Standing Committee on Foreign Affairs and Defence, but this did not eventuate.
My allegations are a matter of national concern. It's a matter of national importance. It has grabbed the international headlines. So why not deal with it? Why shelve it? And the other thing I'd like to ask the Attorney General is quite simply, where exactly in the rule books does it say that a complaint must be lodged to the police first before the House can or the Parliamentary Select Committee can deal with it?
The committee was told to suspend their deliberations by the Attorney General, Ayaz Said Qayyum, who advised them that it was unconstitutional. The AG says any incidents of violence, alleged or otherwise, must be reported to the relevant authorities.
Any complaint of any violence, any torture, must be lodged with the Commissioner of Police, with the police force. No such complaint has been lodged. Now, getting back to my original example, if tomorrow somebody says that they have been raped or the child has been sexually violated, they go to the police. They don't go to the Standing Committee. The Committee on Foreign Affairs does not have any expertise in receiving complaints on such matters.
Ravindra Singh says the alleged abuse of his staff is related to his representation of those accused with sedition in the Western Division. He adds he has had talks with the Acting Police Commissioner, Brigadier General Sitiveni Ngiliho, and will lodge an official complaint soon. Maggie Boyle, FBC News.
All Fiji registered vessels have been directed to follow and comply with the new legislation that enforces safety briefings for passengers. The call comes as MSAF works towards ensuring passenger safety on board all vessels.
The use of life-saving appliances such as the donning of life jackets, the location of exits and life rafts must be conducted by crew members to instruct their passengers before departure.
It's for their own safety. Safety is everybody's responsibility. It's not the responsibility of the government or MSF alone. It's everybody's responsibility. You must make sure that they have that safety culture. When you come aboard the ship, that you are boarding safely, and then you've got all the right to question also the officers whether there's any safety briefing for you as passengers.
Safety briefing demonstration is done to ensure that passengers know which life-saving equipment to use and know which places to go to during emergencies. Vessel operators welcome the move by MSF, however, are also calling on the authorities to sit with the stakeholders to discuss its strict implementations.
How they implement it, how it should be implemented, and there should be a template, that all shipping line follow a template so the passengers are aware of it. We need to let the passengers know when they're on board the vessel, is look around, to see where their life jackets are, life rafts are.
There's different boats in Fiji, and they travel through Patterson, they travel through this one, they travel through Ghana, but boats are different. We have different master stations, and we have different life jackets, and how to don them is all different. So it is very important for us to do a briefing before we sail.
Enforcement officers are strictly monitoring this, and any vessel that does not comply will be penalized.
We've been informing the ship owners and operators to make sure there's safety briefing, even verbally, but there is also, you can have digital recording for safety briefing on board the ship. You can bring it out on the monitors to ensure, just like the planes, to ensure the safety briefing is given to everybody prior to vessel leaving.
Non-compliance with the law could result in detention of the ship, prosecution, suspension, or even cancellation of the master's certificate of competency, and also prosecution of the owner or operator of the ship. Ako si Tatalei, FBC News.
Still to come on FBC News, new mail and packaging handling system being developed.
Hi, my name is Edred and I'm from Nandi and I love Meet Your Friend.
Hi, my name is Sonny
from Canberra. I love listening Mirchi FM online.
मैं हूँ उर्मिला देवी आसियासी तावा से जितेन शांडिल को और अश्निल को तावा में लॉक कर दिया जाए.
हम लोग यहाँ से तो कमें मिर्ची FM सुनता है. मिर्ची FM is hot.
I'm Shelly in Tanga Nursery. Mirchi music simply bindas in nursery.
मैं अशफाक वाले से मिर्ची FM मेरे नस नस में.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.
Welcome back. This is FBC News. Post Fiji is working on solving the problem of damaged and missing packages as it enters outlets around the country. Farzana Nisha reports one of the solutions being looked at is the establishment of a handling system at our ports of entry.
All complaints on damaged packages and mail must be lodged with the postmaster at Post Fiji Limited. Post Fiji Limited Board Chairman Lawrence Tikaram says it's important to take consumers' feedback on board to improve services.
Feedback from the public is vital. We take feedback as a constructive thing. I think at the end of the day, we are all here to provide services that are power to international standards. And if it means reviewing other services and systems within, we will continue to explore them.
All international and local mails are sorted out at the Post Fiji Limited Mail Centre in Lodala Beach before they are delivered. Tikaram says complaints on damaged or missing packages are being looked into and investigation will take time.
It's not an overnight fix. I mean, in all businesses you have customer complaints. We just need to ensure that we address the real issues that are affecting these people.
Post Fiji is currently working with Biosecurity Authority of Fiji and Airports Fiji Limited on a new platform for handling packages at the ports of entry. Farzana Nisha, FBC News.
Meanwhile, police are still waiting for a report from Post Fiji Limited in relation to the suspension of a senior manager of the company after workers found unclaimed mail parcels at his farm shed in Tailevu last month. Police spokeswoman Ananai Soro says the 52-year-old manager has been questioned and released as police wait for the report. The Ministry of Health plans to substantially increase the health workforce over the next 5 years. This is part of the ministry's 2016 National Strategic Plan, which was launched this morning. Ali Kimbia has more.
One of the main pillars of the Ministry of Health National Strategic Plan is to increase the health workforce and at the same time improve its service delivery.
We can of course expect to encounter obstacles in achieving the targets we have set over the next 5 years. This should not discourage us, but instead reinforce our commitment to multi-sectoral collaboration and our recognition of the fact that health and wellness are a collective responsibility of the country.
Dr. Tuida Kau says the National Strategic Plan will also see the strengthening of other aspects of the health systems.
Additionally, over the next 5 years, there is a need for comprehensive health services and infrastructure planning in which facilities are built, equipped and maintained according to a common set of standards and clearly defined population needs.
Health Minister Chone Usumati says it is vital to have people working in the ministry who are innovative and ready to make tough decisions.
People who have energy, people who energize others, people who can deliver on results, who can come up with things to deliver results, and people who have the edge to make the tough decisions that need to be made, and people who can empathize with the role that they have.
The 2016 National Strategic Plan is expected to produce major improvements in health service delivery that will provide significant and lasting benefits to the people of Fiji. Ali Kimbia, FBC News.
All women across the country will be provided with support services and access to justice that they currently do not have come 2016. Minister for Women and Children Rosie Akbar highlighted this while speaking on the ministry's achievement plans for the coming year in addressing domestic violence and abuse against women in Fiji during a meeting of the task force on the elimination of violence against women. Savara Tambua has more.
Minister for Women and Children Rosie Akbar says in 2016 they will have better responses to addressing violence against women and children. Part of this will be to work on some prevention frameworks.
Women seeking pathways to legal advice, reassurance, emotional support, emergency shelter or ongoing psychological assistance are left having to retell their painful experience over and over to different people over time and often left with the only option to return to a violent household.
The task force on the elimination of violence against women met today to finalize a draft paper on their plans to the coming year.
I ask you today to make some positive progresses on your agenda and take steps to make these things a reality. We want to work out what we need to make the 24-hour domestic violence helpline provide a high-quality service to victim survivors. We want you to start reaching some agreements on the responses needed for victims of violence and how we can address it through policy and protocols.
Task Force member Fiji Women's Crisis Centers coordinator Shamima Ali says a concerted effort is needed for them to achieve their plans.
So what needs to be done is we're looking at the protocols, service protocols, we're looking at the zero tolerance communities and so on at this meeting, what the counseling referrals should be. So these are things that need to be done.
The task force has a draft domestic violence service protocol, which they are to discuss how they can progress its further development. The ministry is looking to make 2016 a year of action and implementation. Sabira Tambua, FBC News.
It's the season of giving. Bank South Pacific today donated $10,000 to the Foundation for the Education of Needy Children in Fiji to help get children to school next year. BSP kick-started the Foundation for the Education of Needy Children in Fiji's fundraising drive for the 2016 school year. Country Manager Kevin McCarthy says being able to work with FENS has been very worthwhile, given the task that the foundation carries out for the children of Fiji all year round.
We certainly intend to continue to support FENS. They're a great charity with us. We are also this year going around, we're going to the West tomorrow actually, and we deliver hampers to some of the less privileged communities in Fiji, and FENS has helped to select some of those communities that we're going to visit tomorrow. So.
FENS Fiji looks after the education needs for children who fall under the sector of the population who live well below the poverty line. National Coordinator Choape Kunikoro says the donation is a welcome for a number of children who rely on the foundation to get them through school.
We use the funds in various ways. One is to pay for scholarships for the children. When I say scholarship, I mean we will buy school bags, stationery, school sandals that will ensure that he goes to school.
The money will also go towards FENS's current learning centres and the establishment of new ones. BSP has been donating $10,000 per year since 2011. Sports is up next. Here's Jamie with the latest.
Nakazaki, and good evening. Coming up, Vodafone Fiji's Sevens team welcome back after first leg of World Series. And Sebastian Singh ready to rumble in the north. These stories and more after the break.
Bula, I'm Dori from Nasinu Market. My choice is simple, Gold FM. Only the classic hits.
My name is Yvonne. I'm from Nandi. I love Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Sayandra, my name is Sunny. Only the Gold FM at Golden Point Resort, Raki Raki.
Hi, I'm Anna of Nasinu. When it comes to a radio, my choice is always Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Anna and I'm from Nandi. I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
The Vodafone Fiji Sevens team has shifted focus to the upcoming Wellington Sevens next year. The side is determined to iron out weaknesses highlighted in Dubai and Cape Town and bounce back even stronger in the next leg. Josephine Avula met the team on arrival this afternoon and files this report.
The Vodafone Fiji Sevens players were greeted by their families upon their arrival at the Nandi International Airport today. Humbled by the achievements from the last two tournaments, Captain Osea Kulinisau says the players could have done better.
We are disappointed because we set the standard, and we know the way we played against France. We gave chances away, and we gave them a lot of chances, and we never took out chances.
He says the players performed to the best of their ability, but there is still room for improvement.
We need to work on getting our connection right, especially in defense, in having our defense in shape.
With the Wellington Sevens up next, The players know they are in for a tough battle.
It's a tough pool. We cannot look ahead of ourselves in seventh. We cannot say that there's a weaker team now in the series, as you can see in Cape Town.
The team received a bonus of $20,000 from winning the Dubai Sevens and $4,000 for the plate victory at the Cape Town Sevens. Josephine Vula, FBC Sport.
The Nandi football side will have a joint celebration this Saturday for its 2015 National Football League victory and last month's Pacific Cup win. The Jet Setters won the league title after 15 years and also took out their third Pacific Cup in 4 years. The team is also holding the celebrations to give back to its fans.
After long that Nandi has won the National League, and we have won the Pacific Cup for the third time, and I think so this is the time that people wanted to celebrate, and we thought that we won't be having any procession or anything, but it's a demand of people of Nandi, the fans of Nandi, that we should have a float ceremony, and it will carry on Saturday.
The celebrations begin at 2 p.m. with presentations to take place later in the evening. The Vodafone Fiji futsal side was thrashed 8-0 by New Zealand in their first match of the Trans-Pacific Cup in Auckland last night. Fiji trailed 1-0 at halftime, but the home side proved too strong in the second spell. The Fijians scored 2 own goals in the loss. The next match between the two sides will be at 8 this evening. The Westwood Boxing Northern Rumble hits Lambasa this weekend with a lot of expectations as the friendly North welcomes the sport back after a lapse of 12 years. One boxer sure to be a crowd favourite on the night will be young Sebastian Singh, who makes his Northern debut this Saturday. Rohit Deo has more.
Oh, Kofi stumbles and he goes down.
Sebastian Singh has so far fought 2 fights locally and knocked out both his opponents in the first round. Singh takes on Nate Series Waisalera in the main supporting bout and says he is ready for it.
Preparations are good. We've been training hard. We're rounding off preparations now, last week to the fight, so our body could recover. We prepared ourselves really well and hard. We've done things I know most boxers hardly do in this country, like hiking, explosive training, a lot of running in the rainforest.
It is nothing new for boxers in Fiji to start training just weeks before their fight, but Singh's passion for boxing drags him to his gloves and the boxing ring every day.
You got to take pride in what you do. When you take pride in what you do, you got to love what you do, because most boxers, I think, they don't really love to box, but they just do it for the sake of it. But if you love the sport, if you love something, you got to do it every day, So for me, I train every day. I train 110%, I'm always ready to fight.
Sebastian is being trained by his dad Gyan Singh and will be fighting for his mentor.
I actually give everything back to him, especially back to him, because he's always been there. He's always believed in me, and even through dark times, I know my dad's always been there for me. We train hard.
The Westwood Boxing Northern Rumble begins at 1 p.m. at Subrel Park in Lambasa this Saturday. Joseph Kwajo takes on Opeti Tangi in the main bout of the day. Rohit Deo, FBC Sports.
Former Australian dual international and Fiji Bati rep Lote Tungiri is urging young aspiring Fijian rugby players to never give up on their dreams and to keep working towards their goals. The Fiji-born winger says there is an abundance of talent in Fiji, but only so many opportunities available.
In Fiji, you can get knocked down quite easily here, and not a lot of opportunity. But keep persevering and getting up. I think you have injuries, but you keep getting up. And I was very lucky that I didn't have a lot of injuries. I had God on my side, I think, and I prayed a lot before games and after games.
Tungiri and his family are currently on vacation in Fiji. Meanwhile, Vodafone Fiji Bati reps Semi Randrandra and Kane Evans have been named in the World All-Stars Rugby League side to take on the Indigenous All-Stars next year. The World All-Stars team also includes several high-profile players such as New Warriors signing Roger Tuivasa Sheck and Sam Burgess. The exhibition match will be held on February 13th in Brisbane, Australia, a week after the Auckland Nines tournament. That's it from sports tonight. Good evening.
The Rotary Club of Nandi today spread the Christmas cheer to the needy in the jet-set town. The club, through the Social Welfare Department, gave out hampers to those who are less fortunate and cannot celebrate Christmas like the rest of us. 70 packs were given out to those identified by the social welfare to be in dire straits to meet their daily needs.
We do this annually. The funds are collected over the year through a sergeant session that happens at our weekly meetings, and every year then we collect that funds and add a little bit more to it to give to the people who are identified to us by the welfare department.
Fine weather was experienced over most places today, a weak trough of low-pressure lies slow-moving just to the north of Fiji. Meanwhile, a broad easterly wind flow prevails over most southwest Pacific Island countries. Looking at the temperatures today, Savo was the coolest place today with 28 degrees on the temperatures chart, while the most humid with 32 degrees. Tomorrow will be cloudy periods with some showers over the eastern and interior parts of the larger islands, fine apart from afternoon or evening showers elsewhere. And the further outlook is for Friday, some showers over the northern parts and interior parts of the larger islands, elsewhere fine apart from afternoon or evening showers. Our main stories again. 100% pass recorded for Year 13 certificate examination. Speaker Dr. Chico Loveni says she did not direct committee to deliberate on torture claims and all registered boats to have safety briefings before departure. On to our poll question for this week, we are asking, should Ngiva be stripped of the heavyweight boxing title? Visit our FBC website to take part. Remember, you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email citizenseyes@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via Facebook page FBC News. And if you're on Twitter, follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC_news or simply hashtag FBC News. You've been watching FBC News. I'm Jackie Spade. Bye for now.
Hi, my name is Liviana Valentine. I'm from Nandi and Today FM rocks.
My name is Ateza. I work at Golden Point Resort. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
My name is Krish. I'm from Tava. I like listening to Big Breakfast. Today FM rocks.
I'm Juliana. I'm from Nautoka and I like listening to Today FM.
Hi, my name is Chelly. I live in Arere. Today FM rocks my drug and lollipop.
Bula, my name is So. I'm from Navua. I like listening to Today's FM.
Bula, my name is Asilika from Rocky and Today FM rocks with my flip-flops.
Today's hit music on Today FM.